Welcome to Timeless Sparks, where brilliant minds of the past light the way for our future. Today, our journey continues with Simone de Beauvoir, not just as a philosopher or a feminist, but as the author of a book that changed the world forever, The Second Sex. Published in 1949, The Second Sex is more than a book, it's a seismic shift. Picture Paris, the world just recovering from war, and voices everywhere saying women should return to the home, quietly, obediently. Simone de Beauvoir sat at her desk, determined to unravel the myths that held women back, not only to tell the truth, but to set it free. She asked a question as old as society itself.
What does it mean to be a woman?
For centuries, the answer had been given by men, by institutions, cultures, and religions that cast women as fragile, secondary, powerless. But Simone believed none of that was fate. She wrote, "One is not born, but rather becomes a woman." With these words, she shattered the myth that biology is destiny. She argued that society, through its customs, education, and expectations, has shaped women into a role, the other, defined in relation to men, never as their equal. But The Second Sex wasn't just about critique, it was illumination. Page after page, de Beauvoir exposed the everyday realities, struggles, and frustrations women faced. She traced the roots of female oppression from biology to psychology, history to literature. She analyzed myths of femininity from ancient legends to glossy fashion magazines. She examined love, motherhood, work, and sexuality, every chapter revealing how culture taught women to accept less, to think less of themselves, to seek validation from others rather than themselves. And then she called for change, bold, unapologetic, world-shaking change. De Beauvoir argued that women must seize their freedom, become subjects of their own lives, and refuse to let society dictate their worth. Simone wrote fearlessly, knowing that her words would provoke outrage. Indeed, The Second Sex was banned by the Vatican, condemned by conservative critics, and even dismissed by some male intellectuals as too radical. French booksellers sometimes sold it wrapped in brown paper as if it were dangerous, and perhaps in the best sense of the word it was. Women around the world, from Paris to Buenos Aires, Cairo to New York, read her words and saw their own lives reflected, sometimes for the first time. They used The Second Sex as both a mirror and a map, to understand what had been done to them and to imagine what they might become. It became a call to arms, inspiring the women's liberation movements of the 1960s and 70s, shaping new laws about work, marriage, and reproductive rights, and giving language to a longing for freedom that spanned generations. But The Second Sex isn't just a book for women. Simone's vision was broader. She wanted a world where no person, because of their sex, race, class, or origin, was denied freedom or dignity. Her book is a challenge to everyone. Break the chains of expectation, reject the easy answers, and take responsibility for your own becoming. Simone de Beauvoir once declared, "Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now without delay." Today, more than 70 years after these words were written, they have lost none of their power. Her masterpiece is still sparking conversations in classrooms, coffee shops, and communities across the globe. It still makes us question, who decides what we can be? Are we living by choice or by habit? What does it mean to become fully, fiercely ourselves? That's the enduring power of The Second Sex. It is not just history, it is still, right now, a spark. Thank you for joining us on Timeless Sparks. If Simone de Beauvoir's courage inspires you, let's carry her questions forward and write the next chapter together. Keep thinking, keep dreaming, and keep becoming.